Good morning, everybody. This is Ajay Kumar, your maths lecturer. On behalf of my dear students' request, I am ready to teach the fifth unit, that is duality in linear programming problem. Okay, right. Before going to the topics in duality, let us recall the previous forms of LPP. The first form is general form. What does general form of LPP give? The general form of LPP says that the objective function should be either maximum type or minimum type, and the constraints should contain either less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, right? And the non-negative restrictions will be the same as x1 greater than or equal to 0 and so on, xn greater than or equal to 0. That is the general form of LPP. And if we go for standard form of LPP, standard form of LPP should contain the objective function of maximum type, and all bi's in the constraints should be positive, and all the inequalities should be made equalities by introducing slack variables, surplus variables, and artificial variables wherever necessary. And these slack, surplus, artificial variables should be included in non-negative restrictions. These are the two forms of LPP which we have learned in the previous units. Now we should be thorough with these previous forms of LPP to know well about the duality, right? So in first, the dual LPP, this, okay, okay. I need to tell you that my technical assistant is our English lecturer Jubin Alex. I'm very much thankful to him. He has provided me his laptop and all technical support, whatever necessary for this Zoom class. So I'm very much happy for this, sir. Okay. One more thing I need to tell you. This video will be uploaded in YouTube, so no need to worry whether you understand or not while I'm teaching. Again, I will put the link in this group, in your group. So later on, you can watch and clearly listen to whatever I teach in this Zoom topic. Let me wait for some more time. Some of your classmates are still coming into Zoom. How many are there? Ask to unmute. All right. Children, am I audible or not? Anila, Anila, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Okay, children, I'm starting. Admit all. Share this link. Right. Right. Right, children. I'm starting. There will be no end until 40 minutes. And after 40 minutes, I'll later on continue if any topics are left over. And today I'll be completing whole of this fifth unit. So be very cautious while listening. Right. See the title. It is on the main screen. It is duality. So under duality, it is written as standard form of primal LPP. So to be thorough with duality, the first and foremost definition you should be well thorough is standard form of primal LPP. Right. See here what is written. The given LPP is considered as primal LPP if the LPP is of maximization type and containing the constraints of lesser than or equal to type. It is one form of primal LPP. The other form of primal LPP is the objective function should be of maximization type and the constraint should be of lesser than or equal to type. The first form is the primal LPP, which is containing maximization type with constraints lesser than or equal to type. And the second form of primal LPP is the objective function should contain minimization and the constraints should be of greater than or equal to. See here, maximization, objective function, less than or equal to constraints. Minimization, objective function with greater than or equal to constraints. That is, we can write two forms of primal LPP. One LPP is of maximization type with lesser than or equal to constraints. The other form of primal LPP is the objective function containing minimization type with constraints greater than or equal to, right? It is the standard form of primal LPP, right? If I go further, so the primal LPP should be converted into the dual LPP. The question will be asked by giving a LPP and that LPP should be converted into dual LPP. So it is the procedure of converting the given LPP into dual LPP, right? So what is given LPP? The given LPP will be general LPP. General LPP. Given LPP means the general LPP. So we have to convert the general LPP into primal LPP, and that primal LPP should be converted into dual LPP. See here we have to concentrate upon three kinds of linear programming problems. One is general form of LPP. It should be converted into primal form of LPP, and this primal form of LPP should be converted into dual form of LPP, right? As we have learned just now, that primal LPP will be either maximization type containing lesser than or equal to constraints, or minimization type containing the constraints greater than or equal to type. So see here, step 1. Here it is a stepwise procedure of converting the given general LPP into dual form of LPP, right? So first we have to convert the given general LPP into primal LPP. It is the first step, right? Step 2. Let the converted primal LPP be as follows. See here, I have taken the first form of primal LPP. It is minimization Z. This P indicates it is in primal form. See here, min ZP is equal to C1x1 plus C2x2 plus C3x3 plus C4x4 plus so on plus Cnxn. As we have seen, all these variables along with this constant C1, C2 up to Cn in general form of LPP, right? See here, as it is minimize ZP, that is primal LPP of minimization type. See all the constraints are of greater than or equal to type, right? See here, it is subject to constraints part. It is subject to constraints part. The first constraint is a11x1 plus a12x2 plus a13x3 plus a14x4 plus so on plus a1nxn greater or equal to b1. And the second constraint is a21x1 plus a22x2 plus a23x3 plus a24x4 plus so on plus a2nxn greater or equal to b2. In the same way I have written the third constraint, and so on. We get the mth constraint. Mth constraint is am1x1 plus am2x2 plus am3x3 plus am4x4 plus so on plus amnxn greater or equal to bm. And the constraints are as it is. For every x1, x2, x3, x4, so on up to xn greater or equal to 0. It is a standard form of primal LPP. So if I go to the next step, step 3. Step 3. What does step 3? We have to consider the coefficient matrix from the constraints part. See, as you have seen, A11, A12, A13, A14 up to so on up to A1n, A21, A22 so on up to A2n, AM1, AM2 so on up to AMN. All these values, that is the coefficients of all the variables x1, x2 so on up to xn in every constraint is taken as a matrix capital A is equal to, it is the standard form of this coefficient matrix. Its order is m by n. That is first row, second row, third row, and so on up to mth row with first column, second column, third column, fourth column up to nth column. The order of this matrix is m by n. Why I am stressing on this order means, if I reverse this matrix, that is if I take the transpose of this matrix, then the order will be converted into n by m. See here, underneath this matrix I have written number of rows as m, number of columns as n. So the step 4 is we have to consider the transpose of this coefficient matrix. That is A transpose is equal to, the left hand side of this is A power capital T, it is read as A transpose is equal to, see here, the first column is taken as first row, the second column is taken as second row, and this so on. The nth column is taken as mth row. So here there are number of rows are number n and number of columns are m. And here in original matrix capital A, the order was m by n, and here the order is n by m. The rows, number of rows and number of columns are interchanged. So far I have taken the coefficient matrix of the primal LPP and have converted it into its transpose, and the order is converted into m by n to n by m. So from here we have to be very cautious to write the dual of given primal LPP, right? So I will go to the primal LPP once again. Here the primal LPP's objective function is minimum ZP. In dual LPP we have to write this minimum ZP as max ZD, and the constraints are of greater than or equal to type, and in dual LPP the constraint should be written as lesser than or equal to type, and these C1, C2 so on up to Cn should be written in the places of BIs in constraints, and all these BIs, that is B1, B2, B3 so on up to Bm should be written in the places of Cis. That is instead of Cis we have to write Bjs, and instead of Bjs we have to write Cis in dual LPP. I repeat once again, in primal LPP, if minimum ZP is present, in dual LPP we have to take max ZD, and these greater than or equal to inequality should be written as lesser than or equal to, and in place of BIs we have to take CJs, and instead of CJs we have to write BIs. Right. Now I am going to the step of writing the dual LPP from the above data. The step 5 is to write the dual LPP. The inequalities of constraints are reverted. Inequality should be reverted. What is meant by reverted? Just now I told you, if greater than or equal to are there, we have to take lesser than or equal to. If lesser than or equal to are present, we have to write greater than or equal to. Right. all bi's and cj's should be interchanged or interchanged. Minimization changes to maximization while writing the dual LPP from the primal LPP, right? See here, in sixth step, I'm writing the dual of given LPP is as follows. In primal LPP, it was min ZP, and here in dual LPP it is max ZD. It is D, right? Instead of min ZP, I have written max ZT, max ZD, right? See here, as I have told you that instead of CIs, we have to take BIs. See here, instead of C1, B1 is written, and instead of X1, I have written Y1. The variables should be changed as Xis to Yjs, Y1, Y2, Y3, so on up to Ym. Why only m values are written? Why? Because in primal LPP, there are only m constraints and there are only m bj's, b1, b2, b3, so on up to bm. Their product b1 y1 plus b2 y2 plus b3 y3 plus so on plus bm ym. So it is the objective function of dual LPP. The main part is written, and let us go to the subjective constraints part. I have taken A11, A21, A31, so on up to AM1. What are these? These are the first row elements of the coefficient matrix of transpose. A transpose, in A transpose, I have considered the first column elements A11, A21, A31, and so on up to AM1. Have used these first row elements to write the first constraint of the dual LPP. And here in this part, it is lesser than or equal to. In primal LPP, it was greater than or equal to, and here it is interchanged as lesser than or equal to. It is what? Reverted. The inequalities are reverted. Greater than or equal to is written as less than or equal to. See here, in primal LPP, right? A11, A12, A13, so on up to A14, so on up to A1n, greater than or equal to B1 is written. And in dual LPP, I have taken or I have written the first constraint using the first elements of the transpose matrix A11, A21, A31, so on up to AM1. Right? Right. It is the first constraint formed in the dual LPP. The second constraint contains the second row elements of transpose matrix A, A12, A22, A32, so on up to AM2. Right. See here, A12, Y1 plus A22, Y2 plus so on, A32, Y3 plus so on plus AM2, Ym lesser than or equal to C2. And the third constraint should contain the elements of the third row of the transpose matrix. The elements are A13, A23, A33, so on up to AM3. Now, the third constraint is A13, Y1 plus A23, Y2 plus A33, Y3 plus so on plus AM3, Ym lesser than or equal to C3. Right. In the same way, I have written the fourth constraint using the fourth row elements of transpose matrix, and I have written the fourth constraint of the dual LPP, and the C4 is taken from the Cj values, and the last constraint is written by taking the last row of the transpose matrix, and the elements are A1n, A2n, A3n, so on up to AMN, and the constraint is written as A1n Y1 plus A2n Y2 plus A3n Y3 plus so on plus AMN Ym lesser than or equal to Cn, and the non-negative restrictions part is for every the variables used are y1, y2, y3, so on to ym. I have written those variables here only. y1, y2, y3, y4, so on up to ym greater than or equal to 0. So I will show you the first page. It is standard form of primal LPP, maximize type containing less than or equal to or, minimization type containing greater than or equal to, the procedure for converting the given LPP into dual LPP. The given LPP indicates that the given LPP is in general form of LPP, right? So step 1 says that if the given LPP is in general form of LPP, we have to convert it into primal form of LPP. And the second step says that convert the primal LPP. Let the converted primal LPP is as follows. So the second step says that it is a primal LPP containing min ZP with the constants greater than or equal to type, and all C1, C2, C3, so on up to Cn are used in forming the objective function, and all the DIs are used. And in non-negative restrictions, the variables are xi's, x1, x2, so on up to xn greater than or equal to 0. Right. Now, the third step says that we have to write the coefficient matrix from the constants of primal LPP. First row, second row, third row, and so on up to mth row. The matrix A is of order m by n. Number of rows are m, number of columns are n. Right. The fourth step says that we have to take the transpose of matrix A. So A transpose is taken as this way. So the order is of n by m, and here the number of rows are n and the number of columns are m. The fifth step says that we have to write the dual LPP. To write the dual LPP, the inequalities of constants are reverted. And the second step in this fifth step is all BIs and CJs are interchanged. Minimization should be changed into maximization type. So in the sixth step, we have written the dual LPP. It is as max ZD is equal to, instead of all CJs, I have taken BIs, B1, B2, so on up to BM, including Y1, Y2, Y3, so on up to YM. And here instead of BJs, I have taken CJs, C1, C2, so on up to Cn, right? In subject to constraints, see here, I have used Y1, Y2, so on up to Ym. For every Y1, Y2, Y3, Y4, so on up to Ym greater than or equal to 0, right? It is the general procedure of converting the primary LPP into dual LPP. It is very simple to understand, but you should be very cautious while taking matrix A, its transpose, and while writing the objective function, and while reverting the inequalities from greater than or equal to less than or equal to. And we have to interchange B values and C values. It is very simple to learn. Right. Now I am going to a problem which will be asked in your examination. It means that not only this question, instead of this, any other question may be asked, but see here, it is the general form of LPP. See here, it is containing maximum type. It is containing equal to 3x1 plus x2, only two variables are there, and the subject to constraints part is containing only two constraints, 2x1 plus 3x2 less than or equal to 2, x1 plus x2 less than or equal to 1. Right? For every x1 comma x2 greater than or equal to 0, right? See here, it is very lucky to see that this general form of LPP is itself is in standard form of primal LPP. Why? Because the primal LPP, if it is containing maximum type, the constraint should be less than or equal to type. So in solution part, the given LPP is in primal form. I have written that. So instead of max Z, I have taken max ZP. This P indicates that it is the primal LPP. I have taken the LPP as it is. The small slight change is the max Z is converted into max ZP. Right. Max ZP is equal to 3x1 plus x2. Subject to constraints are 2x1 plus 3x2 less than or equal to 2, x1 plus x2 less than or equal to 1 for every x1 comma x2 greater than or equal to 0. Right. So it is standard form of primal LPP. In the procedure, we have told that, or I have written that the coefficient matrix from the constraints part should be considered. That is what I have written here. Consider the coefficient matrix from constraints. That is capital A is equal to 2, 3, 1, 1. 2, 3, 1, 1. It is of order 2 by 2, 2 rows with 2 columns. And as soon as writing this matrix A, we have to consider the transpose of this coefficient matrix. That is A transpose is equal to, the columns are written as rows. The first column 2, 1 is written as 2, 1 in first row. The second column in capital A, that is 3, 1 is written as the second row in A transpose, 2, 1, 3, 1. It is of order 2 by 2. As it is square matrix, there is no change in order. 2 by 2, 2 by 2. Number of rows are 2, number of columns are 2. In same matrix A and A transpose, right? Keep in mind these steps. To write dual, change max to min and convert less than or equal to greater than or equal to. Bi's and Cj's are interchanged. Bi's and Cj's are interchanged, right? See carefully what are Cj values. 3, 1. And what are Bj values? 2, 1. 3, 1 should be written instead of 2, 1. And 2, 1 should be written instead of 3, 1. See here, that is what I have written. In primal LPP, it is maximum ZP. The dual LPP is min ZD. Here D indicates that it is dual LPP. Min ZD is equal to 2y1 plus y2. That is 2, 1 or B values are taken in objective function part, and the variables are y1, y2 instead of x1, x2. And see here, instead of Bi values, I have written Cj values 3, 1, 2, 1 instead of 3, 1, and 3, 1 instead of 2, 1. And these coefficients of y1, y2 are taken from transpose matrix 2, 1. 2y1 plus 3y2. Is there any change? Pressed here. The first constraint is 2y1 plus y2 greater than or equal to 3. And the second constraint is 3y1 plus y2 greater than or equal to 1. In primary LPP, the objective function was of maximum type and the constraints were of less than or equal to type. And here in this dual LPP, maximum is converted into minimum ZD, and less than or equal to are converted into greater than or equal to, and Cj's are converted into Bj's, and Bj's are converted as Cj's. And the coefficients of y1, y2 variables are taken as the values from transpose matrix A, first row values and second row values in first constraint and second constraint. These type of questions will be asked in your public examination. Simple question. Write the dual of given LPP. Why this is simple means it is containing only 2 variables, right? See, check carefully. It is the question, it is the solution, it is the first max ZP, writing the primal LPP, next writing the coefficient matrix A, next writing transpose, next changing max to min, less than to greater than or equal to, Bi's and Cj's are interchanged. Now I have written this dual LPP. It is first question, very simple. Now I am going for the next question. Find the dual of this following LPP. I read it. Max Z is equal to x1 plus x2. Subject to constraints are of 2x1 minus 3x2 less than or equal to 3. It is 4x1 plus x2 less than or equal to minus 4. For every x1 comma x2 greater than or equal to 0. It is general LPP. General LPP. Again, the same first question type is repeated in this second question. See here, running out of time. Children, this meeting will be ended in 10 minutes. So, click the same link for joining again. Okay? Don't worry. Right. Right. Max Z is equal to x1 plus x2. Subject to constraints part is containing 2x1 minus 3x2 less than or equal to 3. And the second constraint is 7x1 plus x2 less than or equal to minus 4. for every x1 comma x2 greater than or equal to 0. You need not worry about the signs of bj values. Here 3 is written, here minus 4 is written, right? While writing the primal LPP, we have to write max ZP, and the same less than or equal to type will be taken, and 3 comma minus 4 will be written as it is. See here, it is solution part. The solution is not visible, so it is considered as solution. The given LPP is in primal form. The same max ZP is equal to x1 plus x2 is written. Subject to constraints are written as it is for every x1 comma x2 greater than or equal to 0. From this, I am considering the coefficient matrix. The same capital A is equal to 2 minus 3 4 1 of order 2 by 2. The transpose of coefficient matrix is written as 2 4 minus 3 1. The same order 2 by 2 2 by 2. The order is not changed. To write the dual of given LPP, we have to put these points in mind. Max Z should be converted to min Z, reverting or reversing less than or equal to 2 greater than or equal to, and changing all BIs and CJs, or interchanging BIs and CJs. Now it is the dual LPP. Max Z is written as min ZD is equal to 3y1 minus 4x2. Subject to constraints part is containing 2y1 plus 4y2 greater than or equal to 1, and minus 3y1 plus 1y2 greater than or equal to 1 for every y1 comma y2 greater than or equal to 0. See here, it is as simple as eating a banana, right? It is as simple as eating a banana. Writing a dual from given general LPP. See here, I am going to question part. It is given LPP, that is general LPP. As we know, the standard form of LPP in primal form, it is the given LPP is in standard form of primal LPP. Max Z indicating this P for indicating primal LPP. Max ZP is equal to x1 plus x2. See carefully, there is no difference between the given LPP and the primal LPP. The only change is suffix P is put for Z. Max ZP is equal to x1 plus x2, right? The same LPP is written as it is, considering the coefficient matrix, taking its transpose, reverting these inequality symbols, changing all BS and CJs, writing min Z instead of max, and converting less than or equal to 2 greater than or equal to, and here BI values are 3 comma minus 4. Your internet connection is unstable, right? So it is the dual LPP, very easy to write from the given general LPP. Now I am going to the third question. See what is written here. Find the dual of this min Z is equal to 4x1 plus 6x2 plus 18x3. Subject to constraints part is containing x1 plus 3x3 greater than or equal to 3, x2 plus 2x3 greater than or equal to 5, x1 plus 4x2 less than or equal to 8. See here, you may be thinking that it is somewhat difficult or complicated a problem which is to be converted into dual LPP. If I explain it once, it will be very easy to you to understand. See here, in first and second problems, the objective function was of maximum type, and here it is of minimum Z type. So while writing the primal LPP for this given general LPP, we have to keep it in mind that as it is minimum Z, we have to take greater than or equal to inequality signs. No problem with first constraint and second constraint, as there are greater than or equal to type. There is only problem in third constraint, it is lesser than or equal to type. So we have to convert this lesser than or equal to greater than or equal to by multiplying with minus sign on both sides, right? So let us enter into solution part, right? Solution. The standard form of primal LPP is, see here, instead of min Z, I have taken min ZP is equal to 4x1 plus 6x2 plus 18x3. As in first constraint, the second variable x2 is absent. So I am including this x2 by taking 0x2, x1 plus 0x2 plus 3x3 greater than or equal to 3. Right. In the second constraint, x1 variable is absent. So I am inserting that x1 variable by multiplying with 0, 0x1 plus x2 plus 2x3 greater than or equal to 5. See here, the third constraint is of lesser than or equal to, as it should be greater than or equal to, I multiplied with minus sign on both sides. But in third constraint in given LPP, x3 variable is absent. I am including or inserting that x3 variable by multiplying with 0x3. See here, if we multiply with minus sign on both sides, we get minus x1 minus 4x2 minus 0x3. This lesser than or equal to is converted into greater than or equal to minus 8. There is no problem with the signs of these 3, 5 and minus 8 while writing a dual LPP from this primal LPP. It is a primal LPP containing objective function of minimum type with greater than or equal to inequalities. Greater than or equal to inequalities. Right. So, as per our procedure, first we have to take the coefficient matrix capital A. 1, 0, 3. It is first row 1, 0, 3. Second elements are 0, 1, 2. The second row is containing 0, 1, 2. The third row elements are minus 1, minus 4, minus 0, or we can simply write it as 0. See here, minus 1, minus 4, 0, right? So the next step says that we have to take the transpose of this matrix A. A transpose is equal to 1, 0, minus 1. The first column is first row here. The second column 0, 1, minus 4 is second row here. The third column 3, 2, minus 0 is third row here. 3, 2, 0. Right. A transpose and coefficient matrix A. Is there any change in this order? No. 3 by 3, it is of 3 by 3. There is no change in order of matrix. Why? Because the coefficient matrix is of square type. So the same square matrix is here in A transpose, right? Again, keep these points in mind. To write dual, change minimum z to max z. As our primal LPP is of minimum type, we should write it as maximum type. The second step is reversing these greater than or equal to 2, lesser than or equal to, and interchanging bi's and cj's. bi's and cj's. Right. So here max zd is equal to 3y1 plus 5y2 minus 8y3. See here, see the bi values, 3y1 plus 5y2 minus 8y3. These values are taken in writing the objective function max zd is equal to 3y1 plus 5y2 minus 8y3. The first constraint will be 1y1 plus 0y2 minus 1y3 in dual LPP. See here, 1y1 plus 0y2 minus 1y3 less than or equal to 4. The second constraint will be 0y1 plus 1y2 minus 4y3. 0y1 plus 1y2 minus 4y3 less than or equal to 6. 3y1 plus 2y2 plus 0y3 less than or equal to 18. That is the third row elements of A transpose. 3 to 0, the same elements are taken as 3y1 plus 2y2 plus 0y3 less than or equal to 18. These 4, 6, 18 were Cj values in min Zp, that is in objective function of primal LPP. 4, 6, 18. Those 4, 6, 18 are taken as bi values in the constraints of dual. Now the third problem is completed. We have converted the primal LPP into dual LPP. In the first problem and second problem, there were only 2 variables, and in this third problem, I have used 3 variables. That is converting a primal LPP containing 3 variables into a dual LPP containing 3 variables. Right. You should be cautious with rules and regulations. of converting the general LPP into primary LPP and converting the primary LPP into the dual LPP, right? It is the third problem. See here, I'm scrolling it very slowly. Have a glance of it. Right. So we have written or we have solved three problems converting the primary LPP into dual LPP. Now, in this dual LPP or in this duality only, the second model is, it is written in heading form. Writing dual when given constraints of given LPP are of equal to type, right? In general LPP, we have already discussed the constraints will be either lesser than or equal to, or greater than or equal to, or equal to. So here there is a problem writing the primal LPP containing constraints of equal to type into a dual LPP. See here, it is the first point. It is very simple to remember. Equal to constraint should be split up. That is, we have to divide that equal to constraint into two inequalities. One inequality containing lesser than or equal to type, and the other inequality is containing greater than or equal to type, with the same terms on left hand side and with the same terms on right hand side. See here, I read it. In given LPP, if any constraint is of equal to type, then split that particular constraint into two constraints, one constraint containing lesser than or equal to, and the other constraint containing greater than or equal to, considering the same coefficients and BI values. That is what I have explained you. Now convert this LPP into standard primal LPP and proceed further and convert to dual LPP using the known procedure. What is known procedure? The procedure which we have discussed in previous problems, right? So I am proceeding to the problem right here. It is, I hope it is the fifth problem. Write the dual of following LPP. Read carefully. It is of maximum type. The objective function is of maximum type. X1 plus 3x2. Subject to constraints are of less than or equal to type. First one is less than or equal to. Second one is containing equal to. Third one, no, sorry. Only two constraints are written here, and the third part is non-negative restrictions. Non-negative restrictions. Max Z with containing constraints, two constraints. One is less than or equal to type, and this constraint is containing equal to type. As we have discussed just a few seconds before, that if any constraint is containing equal to type, you have to split up that constraint into two inequalities, one for less than or equal to and other for greater than or equal to, right? I am proceeding for this solution part. Solution. Since the second constraint is of equal to type, we split this constraint into two constraints, one for less than or equal to, the other for greater than or equal to, considering the same coefficients and BI values, right? See here, max Z is equal to x1 plus 3x2. Subject to constraints are 3x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to 6, 3x1 plus x2 less than or equal to 4, 3x1 plus x2 greater than or equal to 4. As the same constraint was equal to in the given LPP, the same constraint is split up into two inequalities, one for less than or equal to, another for greater than or equal to, with same terms on left hand side and the same terms on right hand side, right? It is, see carefully, the objective function is of maximum type, and one constraint, first constraint is less than or equal to, second is less than or equal to, and the third is greater than or equal to. as we have known that the standard primal LPP is containing objective function of maximum type, definitely all the constraints should be of lesser than or equal to type. So there is a problem with this third constraint. It is of greater than or equal to type. So let us convert this greater than or equal to into lesser than or equal to by multiplying with minus sign on both sides. So it is general LPP with maximum Z with the constraints less or equal to, and greater than or equal to, as it is general LPP. So let us convert this general LPP into standard primal LPP. It is the next step. The standard primal LPP is as follows. Max ZP. This P indicates it is primal LPP. Max ZP is equal to x1 plus 3x2, 3x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to 6. First constraint 3x1 plus x2 less than or equal to 4, and the third constraint is converted into less than or equal to by multiplying with minus sign on both sides. So in previous general LPP, the constraint was 3x1 plus x2 greater than or equal to 4, and in this standard primal LPP it is minus 3x1 minus x2 less than or equal to minus 4. So there is no problem with the signs of BI values 6, 4, minus 4. And the third part is non-negative restriction x1 comma x2 greater than or equal to 0, right? The coefficient matrix. So the first step to write the dual LPP is writing the coefficient matrix 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, minus 3, minus 1. See here, the constraints part is containing 3, 2, 3, 1, minus 3, minus 1. These coefficients are written as a matrix capital A. So it is written as, it is taken as coefficient matrix from constraints. Capital A is equal to 3, 2, 3, 1, minus 3, minus 1. 3 rows with 2 columns. First row, second row, third row, first column and second column. Right. So you have to take its transpose. So the rows will be converted into columns and columns will be converted into rows. So the 3 rows will be converted into 2 rows and 2 columns will be converted into 3 columns. Here the order of this matrix A was 3 by 2 and this transpose matrix order is 2 by 3. 3, 3, minus 3, 2, 1, minus 1. So the first row is written as first column and second row is written as second column, right? Transpose is written. So now the dual of LPP is written as min ZD. So as the objective function in primal LPP was max ZD, here the objective function should be written as min ZD with the Cj values as 6, 4, minus 4. 6y1 plus 4y2 minus 4y3, and the subjective constraints are taken from the values of A transpose. The first constraint is 3y1 plus 3y2 minus 3y3 greater than or equal to 1. As we have written min ZD, the inequality should be of greater than or equal to type. So this one is taken from the Cj value from max ZP of primal LPP 1, 3. The same values 1, 3 are taken in the place of BI values in dual LPP. I'll read the first constraint once again. 3y1 plus 3y2 minus 3y3 greater than or equal to 1, and the second constraint is 2y1 plus y2 minus y3 greater than or equal to 3. For every y1, y2, y3 greater than or equal to 0, right? See here, by this step we have converted the given general LPP into dual LPP, right? I will show you step by step. Have a glance carefully. It is the question, write the dual of following LPP. Max Z with constraints less than or equal to. So the equal to constraint is converted into two inequalities, one for less than or equal to and other for greater than or equal to. As we know that the standard primal LPP, if it is containing max ZD, all the constraints should be less than or equal to type. As this constraint is of greater than or equal to type, we convert it into less than or equal to by multiplying with minus sign on both sides. So it is standard primal LPP, max ZP with all inequalities less than or equal to The third inequality is multiplied with minus sign on both sides. Therefore, that greater than or equal to is converted into less than or equal to, and the variables are x1 comma x2, and Cj values are 1, 3, and Bi values are 6, 4, minus 4. And the variables are x1 comma x2 greater than or equal to 0. The next step is writing A, and the next step is writing A transpose. A order was 3 by 2, and A transpose order is 2 by 3, 2 rows with 3 columns. So the constraint is containing 2 constraints. The subject to constraints part is containing only 2 constraints. Min ZD, as that primal LPP was containing max ZP, here we have written as min ZD. These are 6, 4, minus 4. These were Bi values in primal LPP. These 1, 3 were Cj values in standard form of primal LPP. Right. So it is an example or best example for converting the LPP containing equal to constraint into a dual LPP. Right. Now, write the dual LPP. See the objective function. You should be very much surprised. Why? Because in the previous problems, we used only 3 variables or 2 variables. But here, it is containing 5 variables. So, there is no rule that in your question paper, in public examination, only 2 variables should be given or only 3 variables should be given. The LPP may contain any number of variables. So, to make you aware of writing the dual LPP from given general LPP, I have taken 5 variables on my own. See here, write the dual of LPP, max Z. 6x1 plus 4x2 plus x3 plus 7x4 plus 5x5. 5 variables with the 2 subject to constraints. One is equal to, and the second constraint is also equal to. And one more surprising term is found here. X5 is unrestricted. You should be very cautious with each and every term in the question, especially while writing the dual for given general LPP. See here, the first thing is this LPP is containing 5 variables. The second thing is this LPP is containing 2 inequalities, 2 equalities as subject to constraints, and only one variable is unrestricted. The rest of the variables are restricted. Restricted means they are restricted for greater than or equal to 0. What is meant by unrestricted? It may be 0 or it may be equal to 0 or it may be less than 0. What does it refer? It is x5, the 5th variable. So let us solve this interesting problem which is having many twists. So you should be very careful while writing each and every step to write or to get the dual LPP from the given general LPP. Right. It is solution part, SOL. It means solution part. Given what is first written as given x5 is unrestricted. As in previous topics, when any variable is unrestricted, we have to put it as the difference between 2 restricted variables. That is why I have taken x5 as x5 dash minus x5 double dash per x5 dash comma x5 double dash greater than or equal to 0. Here equal to is missing, but it should be x5 dash comma x5 double dash greater than or equal to 0. Right? First, this x5 unrestricted variable is converted into difference of 2 restricted variables. So in given general LPP, we have to write x5 as x5 dash minus x5 double dash, right? And here I have written the general LPP, max Z is equal to, see here, there were only 5 variables in given general LPP, but in this general LPP, there are 6 variables, x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 dash, and x5 double dash. In this place in given question there was only x5. So instead of x5, if I write x5 dash minus x5 double dash, this 5 will be multiplied with 2 x5 dash and x5 double dash. So here in this objective function, the last x5 is written as x5 dash minus x5 double dash. So the objective function is containing 6 variables instead of 5 variables. 6x1 plus 4x2 plus x3 plus 7x4 plus 5x5 dash minus 5x5 double dash. Subjective constraints part also should be inserted with this x5 as x5 dash minus x5 double dash. See what was the first constraint? It was just x5. So it will be x5 dash minus x5 double dash. The second constraint is containing 9x5. It will be converted into 9x5 dash minus 9x5 double dash. That is what I have written here. The first constraint is 3x1 plus 7x2 plus 8x3 plus 5x4 plus x5 dash minus x5 double dash is equal to 2. The second constraint is 2x1 plus x2 plus 3x3 plus 2x4 plus 9x5 dash minus 9x5 double dash is equal to 6, and the first constraint is equal to 2. So here just we have written only one step, that is converting the unrestricted variable as a restricted variable. Now the second step is we have to convert the constraints of equal to type to one less than or equal to type and the other for greater than or equal to type. Therefore the LPP, the same LPP is written as it is, but the see here, the first constraint and second constraint were only there in given general LPP, but here we have got 4 constraints. See here, the first equal to is converted into less than or equal to and greater than or equal to, and the second constraint equal to is also converted into less than or equal to and greater than or equal to. Therefore these 2 constraints are converted into 4 constraints with the same left hand side part in first constraint and right hand side part in first constraint. The same terms wherein are in left hand side part of second constraint, and the same number 2 is present on right hand side part of second constraint, but only difference is the first constraint is less than or equal to and the second constraint is greater than or equal to. The same is repeated in third and fourth constraints. See here, the second constraint in given general LPP was equal to type, and it is converted into less than or equal to and greater than or equal to with same left hand side terms and right hand side term in the third constraint and fourth constraint. Now it is just a general LPP, right? As it is max ZD and all the constraints are not less than or equal to, so it is considered as the general LPP. So what does primary LPP state? The primary LPP says that if the objective function is of maximum type, all the constraints should be lesser than or equal to type. So it is our prior duty to convert the second constraint and the fourth constraint into less than or equal to type by multiplying with minus sign on both sides of second constraint and the third constraint. So all the inequalities will be converted into less than or equal to type. So now here I am writing the standard primal LPP. Max ZP is equal to the same addition terms are written here. There is no change in this objective function. The only change is this suffix p. Max ZP, it indicates that it is a objective function of primal LPP. Right here, see here, the second constraint is multiplied with minus sign. So the first constraint is containing the same coefficients here 3, 7, 8, 5, 1, minus 1 and 2 on right hand side. The same terms are present here with different signs. Minus 3, minus 7, minus 8, minus 5, minus 1, plus 1, and on right hand side it is minus 2, and therefore this greater than or equal to is converted into less than or equal to. So the same way I have converted the last constraint greater than or equal to less than or equal to just by multiplying with minus sign on both sides with same coefficients with different signs. 2, 1, 3, 2, 9, minus 9, and here there are minus 2, minus 1, minus 3, minus 2, minus 9 and 9. Here 6 is present and here minus 6 is present. As we have multiplied with minus sign on both sides to second constraint and fourth constraint, we have got all the inequalities as less than or equal to type. Therefore, here we confidently conclude that the general LPP is converted into this standard primal LPP, right? It is standard primal LPP. Now, the first step to convert this standard primal LPP into the dual LPP, the first step is writing the coefficient matrix from the constraints part. Observe constraints part carefully. The first constraint is containing the constants as 3, 7, 8, 5, 1, minus 1, minus 3, minus 7, minus 8, minus 5, minus 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 9, minus 9, minus 1, minus 1, minus 3, minus 2, minus 9, 9. The same values are written here in this coefficient matrix A. How many rows are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 rows are there. That is 4 rows with 6 columns. First column, second column, third, fourth, fifth, and the sixth columns. The order of this matrix A is 4 by 6, 4 rows with the 6 columns. In transpose matrix, see carefully, we have got 6 rows with 4 columns. The order is interchanged. Here the order was 4 by 6 and here the order is 6 by 4. 6 rows with the 4 columns. Now, let us write the dual LPP. Right. The primary LPP was containing the objective function of maximum type. Here we are writing min ZD. This D indicates it is the objective function of dual LPP. Min ZD is equal to this 2, minus 2, 6, minus 6, where BI values in this standard primary LPP. 2, minus 2, 6, minus 6. The same numbers with different signs. Right. The same 2, minus 2, 6, minus 6 are taken as Cj values in the objective function. 2y1 minus 2y2 plus 6y3 minus 6y4. Right. The first constraint. Right. 3y1 minus 3y2 plus 2y3 minus 2y4. See here. 3y1 minus 3y2 plus 2y3 minus 2y4. The second constraint. 7y1 minus 7y2 plus 1y1 plus 1y3 minus 1y4. That is what here written. The third constraint, 8y1 minus 8y2 plus 3y3 minus 3y4. The fourth constraint, 5y1 minus 5y3 minus 5y2 plus 2y3 minus 2y4. The next constraint, that is fifth, 1y1 minus 1y2 plus 9y3 minus 9y4. The last constraint, 1y1 plus 1y2 minus 9y3 plus 9y4. Right, 6, 4, 1, 7, 5 minus 5, where the Cj values in the objective function of primal LPP. See here, 6, 4, 1, 7, 5 minus 5. Those are written as the BI values here in constraints part of this dual LPP. That is Cj and BI values are interchanged. Right. And the variables are y1, y2, y3, y4. Actually, it is the dual LPP. Right. Here itself we can stop, but see in the question, there is a twist in this variables part. That is, x5 is unrestricted. As this given general LPP is containing one unrestricted variable, we also convert the dual LPP containing the variable with unrestricted type. So, the dual LPP should contain one unrestricted variable. See carefully. Right? Objective function 2 minus 2. 2 minus 2. The same number with different signs. Right? Leave this. 6 minus 6. the same numbers, say the same number with different signs, plus, minus, plus, minus. Let us go for constraints part. See vertically, 3 minus 3, the same number with different signs. 7 minus 7, 8 minus 8, 5 minus 5, 1 minus 1, minus 1, 1. Right? And in y3 and y4 variables, see vertically, same numbers with different signs. 2 minus 2, 1 minus 1, 3 minus 3, 2 minus 2, 9 minus 9, minus 9, 9. Okay? And these values, no need to worry about these. 6, 4, 1, 7, 5 and minus 5. Right? As y1, y2, y3, y4 variables are used in framing or writing this dual LPP, and as these terms are the same with different signs in objective function of dual LPP, 2 minus 2, 6 minus 6. Therefore, this y1, y2 can be written as z1. z1 is equal to y1 minus y2, and z2 can be written as y3 minus y4. Therefore, while writing the next converted LPP containing unrestricted variables, we can write it as min zd is equal to just 2z1 plus 6z2. That is what I have written here. Z1 should be written as y1 minus y2, and Z2 should be written as y3 minus y4 for y3 comma y4 greater than or equal to 0, y1 comma y2 greater than or equal to 0. Right. Therefore, the dual LPP with unrestricted variables is, see here, just now I told you, min zd should be taken as 2z1 plus 6z2. Right, 2z1 plus 6z2. That is what I have written here, 2z1 plus 6z2. Right, automatically you can clearly tell here that in first constraint we can write this as 3z1 plus 2z2, 7z1 plus z2, 8z1 plus z2, 5z1 plus 2z2, z1 plus 9z2. See here, it is starting with minus sign. Therefore, we'll write this as minus z1. Here also it is starting with minus sign. So we'll write it as minus z2. The last concept should be written very carefully. Jubin. The last constraint should be this. Right. Minus z1 minus z2 greater than or equal to minus 5 should be written. So see carefully. Z1 is taken as y1 minus y2, Z2 is taken as y3 minus y4, where y3, y4, y1, y2 are greater than or equal to 0. I am writing the dual LPP with unrestricted variables as the dual LPP with unrestricted variables is min zd is equal to 2z1 plus 6z2. Right. I am reading the constraints continuously. So listen carefully. Subject to constraint. 3z1 plus 2z2 greater than or equal to 6. 7z1 plus z2 greater than or equal to 4. 8z1 plus 3z2 greater than or equal to 1. 5z1 plus 2z2 greater than or equal to 7. z1 plus 9z2 greater than or equal to 5. And the last constraint is containing minus z1 minus 9z2 greater than or equal to minus 5. That is what I have told you here while writing this last constraint. As it is starting with minus y1, and here it is starting with minus 9 by 3. Therefore, we should start with minus z1 minus 9 z2. Therefore, this is the dual LPP for given general form of LPP containing equal to constraints under one unrestricted variables. Right here, see careful. The dual LPP with unrestricted variables is this one. See here, what I have written at the last, for every z1 comma z2 are unrestricted. Right. So have a glance from the first question part. See, write the dual of LPP. It is question containing two equalities with one unrestricted variable, that is xy, converting first x5 as difference of restricted variables, inserting those x5 is equal to x5 dash minus x5 double dash in given general LPP. It is given general LPP, it is containing equal to signs with max z. This same general LPP should be converted into a LPP containing inequalities less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. It is also one kind of general LPP written from given general LPP containing equal to signs. Here two equalities are converted into four inequalities, right? Now from this general LPP we are writing this standard LPP, right? Max ZP with all inequalities less than or equal to type, right? Writing the coefficient matrix A, its transpose order is changed from matrix A to matrix A transpose. The dual of LPP is written. Just here itself you can leave the problem in main public examination, but as one variable is unrestricted in given LPP, we will also convert this dual LPP with unrestricted variables. So writing y1 minus y2 as z1, y3 minus y4 as z2, and inserting in the above dual LPP. It is the dual LPP with unrestricted variables, right? It is the other kind of problem which will be asked in your examination, right? It is the other problem containing the constraint of equal to type. One is less than or equal to, one is greater than or equal to, and one variable is unrestricted, right? It is the second problem of this kind of LPP containing the equal to sign and unrestricted variable, and this LPP is containing the objective function of minimum type, right? See carefully. First we have to convert this x3 as the difference of restricted variables x3 dash minus x3 double dash, where x3 dash comma x3 double dash are greater than or equal to 0, and insert in the given objective function min z is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 dash minus x3 double dash. It is min z. Don't be confused or don't get confused. It is min z, as the given LPP is containing min z. It is also min z, not max z. It is written by mistake. Subject to constraints. See here, x3 dash, x3 double dash, x3 dash, x3 double dash are inserted in first constraint and the second constraint, right? And in the third constraint also. Now we have to convert this equal to type into inequalities. One for less than or equal to, another for greater than or equal to, right? We convert the constraints of equal to type to one for less than or equal to type and other for greater than or equal to type. Therefore, the LPP is, right, min z is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 dash minus x3 double dash, subject to constraints x1 minus 3x2 plus 4x3 dash minus 4x3 double dash less than or equal to 5, x1 minus 3x2 plus 4x3 dash minus 4x3 double dash greater than or equal to 5, x1 minus 2x2 plus 0x3 dash minus 0x3 double dash less than or equal to 3, 0x1 plus 2x2 minus x3 dash plus x3 double dash greater than or equal to 0, as x1 was not present in the third constraint of given LPP in given question, right? So I inserted 0 x1 in the fourth constraint. Now these are four constraints, right? So we have to write the standard primal LPP. Standard primal LPP is min ZP is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 dash minus x3 double dash. Subject to constraints are, see here, as it is minimum type, all the constraints should be of greater than or equal to type. But the first constraint is less than or equal to, third constraint is less than or equal to. So we have to convert these two constraints into greater than or equal to type by multiplying with minus sign on both sides. Therefore, see carefully, the first constraint is multiplied with minus sign on both sides. Therefore, that less than or equal is converted into greater than or equal to. In the same way, the third constraint is also converted into greater than or equal to, where it was less than or equal to type, and it is multiplied with minus sign on both sides. So the first constraint is this, second constraint, third constraint, and fourth constraint. Right. From this standard primal LPP, we observe carefully that the objective function is of minimum type with all constraints greater than or equal to type. Now let us see the next step of writing coefficient matrix from the constraints part. We have to take the coefficient matrix as elements as -1, 3, -4, 4, 1, -3, 4, -4, -1, 2, 0, 0, 0, 2, -1, 1. Right? The same values are written here. A is equal to -1, 3, -4, 4, 1, -3, 4, -4, -1, 2, 0, 0, 0, 2, -1, 1. It is of order 4 by 4. It is a square matrix. The same way A transpose also contains the 4 by 4 order, 4 rows with 4 columns. But the simple change is the first row is written as first column, second row is written as second column, third row is written as third column, fourth row is written as fourth column. Right? We have written A transpose right here. Now let us write the dual of given LPP. As the primal LPP is containing min ZP, we write it as max ZD here in dual LPP. Right. -5y1 plus 5y2 minus 3y3 plus 0y4. These -5, 5, -3, 0 are the BI values in the primal LPP. -5, 5, -3, 0. Right. And the CJ values were 1, 1, 1, -1 in the primal LPP in objective function 1, 1, 1, -1. So the BI values and CJ values are interchanged, and the constants contain the variables y1, y2, y3, y4. Right. -y1 plus y2 minus y3 plus 0 y4, 3y1 minus 3y2 plus 2y3 plus 2y4, -4y1 plus 4y2 plus 0y3 minus y4 plus 4y1 minus 4y2 0y3 plus y4. All the constraints should be of less than or equal to type, as the dual LPP is containing the max ZD in objective function. Right. So this dual LPP is containing max ZD is equal to -5y1 plus 5y2 minus 3y3 plus 0y4. Subject to constraints are -y1 plus y2 minus y3 plus 0y4 less than or equal to 1. 3y1 minus 3y2 plus 2y3 plus 2y4 less than or equal to 1. -4y1 plus 4y2 plus 0y3 minus y4 less than or equal to 1. 4y1 minus 4y2 plus 0y3 plus 1y4 less than or equal to -1. For every y1 comma y2, y3 comma y4 greater than or equal to 0. As the given LPP was containing unrestricted variable, this LPP also will contain a unrestricted variable in dual LPP. So we have to search for the same numbers with different signs. So if we search carefully in this small area of this problem, it is very clear to identify that 5, it is -5 plus 5, the same number with different signs. Here -1 plus 1, 3 minus 3, -4, 4, 4 minus 4. So this y1, y2, y1, y2, y1, y2 should be written as z1 is equal to y1 minus y2. That's it. No need to worry about 3, 0. Why? Because 3 and 0 are different. And here also -1, 0, 2, 2, 0, -1, 0, 1. These are all different values. In only if we see vertical values, there are same numbers with different signs. So only this variable should be written as z1 as y1 minus y2. That is what I have written here. As this max ZD is starting with minus sign, so in writing this max ZD, I am writing it as -5Z1. That's it. minus 5 Z1 minus 5 Z1. Okay, minus 5 Z1 plus 3y3 plus 0y4 should be written, and here it should be written as minus Z1 minus y3 plus 0y4. Here 3Z1 plus 2y3 plus 2y4. Here minus 4Z1 plus 0y3 plus 1y4 plus not plus minus y4. Here Z1 plus 0y3 plus y4, and the same number should be written as it is, less than or equal to 1, less than or equal to 1, less than or equal to 1, and less than or equal to minus 1. Right. Here it is a mistake which the previous student has committed. It is not my mistake. He has not written the LPP. It is left as homework to you people. Right. Now let us go for a simple theorem which is very important, which will be repeated in examination. See the statement. Prove that the dual of a primal LPP is primal. It is somewhat confusing statement, but I'll explain you and make you clear what does this statement mean. Right. Let us start from the middle. Primal LPP. That is, if we find out the dual of this primal LPP, right? That is dual. And for this dual, again we have to find out dual. Then we get the primal LPP. That is what the statement means. I repeat once again, and I will explain once again so that it will be very clear to you to understand. If I take a primal LPP and if I find out its dual, it is one step. And the second step is writing the dual of this dual. Then what does it give? It gives primal itself. That is, the dual of a primal LPP is primal. Or the statement just simply written as the dual of dual is primal. The dual of dual is primal. That is what the statement states that. So let us start the proof. Let the standard primal LPP is as follows. As the primal LPP standard forms are of two types, right? One primal LPP will contain max Z with less than or equal to, and the next primal LPP will be containing min Z with greater than or equal to. So there is no need of taking two kinds of primal LPPs. Just we take only one primal LPP, that is max ZP containing all lesser than or equal to. Have a glance. There is no need of reading each and every term from here. Just have a glance. Max ZP, it is standard primal LPP containing max Z with all lesser than or equal to symbols for every x1 comma x2 so on up to xn greater than or equal to 0, right? That is, it is primal LPP. Now we have to find out its dual. Again for the dual, we should again find out dual. Then we have to get this primal. And irrespective of these variables. So for a change, at last we will take Z1, Z2 so on up to Zn instead of x1, x2 so on up to xn. So as per rules and regulations of writing the dual LPP for given primal LPP, we take coefficient matrix. Have a glance. I don't read. You should just have a glance of this coefficient matrix. And next step is we have to write the coefficient matrix. First row is here, first column. Second row is second column. Third row is third column. And the last mth row is here, mth column. M by n is order in A. N by m is order in A transpose. Right. The dual of primal LPP. Right. Min ZD is equal to, see here, all BIs are CJs. And all CJs are in place of BIs. Right. See here, min ZD, it is written in different pages. Actually, we have to write min ZD along with this subject to constraints or above subject to constraints part. So sorry for the inconvenience. You please adjust with this min ZD. As soon as writing this min ZD, we have to write this subject to constraints part. Have a glance of it. Right. So instead of variables x1, x2, so on up to xn, I have used the variables y1, y2, so on up to ym. Right. It is dual LPP. Now, for this dual LPP, we have to write or we have to find out dual again. That is dual of dual. Dual of dual. So for writing dual of dual, again here a11, a21, a31, so on up to amn, all these coefficients should be written as a coefficient matrix. I am taking those coefficients as one matrix capital B. See here, the elements are a11 to am1, a12 to am2, a13 to am3, a1n to amn. Right, coefficient matrix. Again for this coefficient matrix, we have to again write the transpose matrix. The a11, a12, a13, so on up to a1n. The same coefficient matrix is the original coefficient matrix capital A, a11, a12, a13, so on up to a1n. See here, see carefully, the matrix A and this B transpose. The matrix A and B transpose are similar matrices. Therefore, if we write dual by using these elements, definitely we will get the primal LPP. So see here, max Z DD. What does this DD indicate? See here, max ZP indicates it is primal LPP. Min ZD indicates it is dual LPP. And in this max ZDD indicates it is dual of dual LPP. Dual of dual LPP. The same CI values are written here. See here, in this dual, instead of BIs, they are C1, C2, so on up to Cn. That is, while writing dual of this dual LPP, we have to write C1, C2, C3, so on up to Cn in places of Cj values. Right. C1, C2, so on up to Cn, and B1, B2, so on up to Bm, and the coefficient matrix elements are written here, P transpose matrix elements. Right. Therefore, max Z DD is equal to C1 Z1, C2 Z2 plus C3 Z3 plus 1 up to Cn Zn. As I have indicated you previously that I will use the variables Zi's. Here I use Zi's. See here. Therefore, the same LPP is the primal LPP. Right. Therefore, the statement is proved. The dual of primal LPP is primal LPP. That is, for primal LPP, if we write dual, and for this dual, if we write out dual, then it is a primal LPP. That is what this indicates. This statement explains us that the dual of dual is a primal LPP. Right. Right. The last and final topic is optimum solution of primal LPP using duality. Finding optimum solution of primal LPP using duality. You might have learned the simplex method. Simplex method, right? What does simplex method state? For a given LPP or for given general LPP, we have to convert it into standard form of LPP, and afterwards we have to find out the initial basic feasible solution, and afterwards we have to write the simplex table 1, that is initial simplex table, and we have to find out the key element, and we have to solve or go for other iterations for other simplex tables until the optimum solution is obtained, that is until all Cj minus Zj values are less than or equal to 0. The same concept should be used here in finding the optimum solution of primal LPP and the optimum solution of dual LPP. Right. It is a problem which gives two solutions. One is optimum solution of primal LPP, and the other is optimum solution of primal LPP, and the other is optimum solution of dual LPP. Right. So it is given general LPP, It is containing max z with four constants less than or equal to type. So it is a standard primal LPP. See here, the primal LPP is as follows. I'll written it. I'll write the dual. So writing the coefficient matrix, it transpose. The dual of primal LPP is this. Min ZD is equal to this one. Min ZD. Right. Find out optimal solution of dual LPP. Right. It is min ZD. So in standard LPP, while finding the optimum solution, min z should be converted into max z by multiplying with minus sign on the whole for all these values. Minus 4y1, minus 6y2, minus 5y3 plus y4, as it is minus y4 here. Right. See the constraints. They are greater than or equal to. Therefore, we have to introduce surplus variables. Minus s1, minus s2. Immediately, we have to include artificial variables plus a1 plus a2. That is what I have written. Minus s1 plus a1. Right. Sorry. Here it is. Here it is greater than or equal to. We have to convert this bi into positive type. Right. That is, we get minus 0 y1 minus y2 minus y3 minus y4 less or equal to plus 2. Right. Here we get equal to sign. Right. That is plus s2. So it is the standard LPP written from the primal LPP. Let's see here. It is dual LPP. It is written from primal LPP, and from this dual LPP I have written standard LPP. Standard LPP. Though here it indicates max ZD, we have to observe carefully here the equal to signs, this surplus variable, slack variable, and artificial variable, as the second constraint was of minus 2. We multiplied this with minus on both sides. Is this greater than or equal to is converted into less than or equal to. Right. So it is standard LPP. We find this initial basic feasible solution by substituting n minus m variables as 0. Right. Those variables are put y1, y2, y3, y4, s1 is equal to 0. Right. Therefore, we get a1 equal to 3 and s2 equal to 2. a1 equal to 3 and s2 is equal to 2. Therefore, IBFS is obtained. Right. It is initial simplex table. You already know how to fill this simplex table 1 or initial simplex table. These are coefficient of basic variables. It is basic variable columns. It is CJ columns. It is XB values. These are y1, y2, y3, y4, s1, s2, a1. It is minimum ratio column. Right. This is summation CBXB. 3 into minus m plus 2 into 0. It is minus 3m. 1 into minus m plus 0 into 0 is minus m. The same way I have filled all these ZJ values. The CJ values are these. Minus 4, minus 6, minus 5, 1, 0, 0, minus 1. But we get CJ minus ZJ. Minus 4, minus of minus m gives m minus 4. Right. These are CJ minus ZJ values. It is the maximum CJ minus ZJ value is m minus 4. It is key column. Right. See here, all XIR values are not less than or equal to 0. Therefore, we proceed further for finding minimum ratio values. Minimum ratio values are found using YBI by YIR. YBI by YIR. Why? Because in dual LPP we used the variables YIs. Right. It is 3 by 1, 2 by 0. It should be not written. Why? Because this YIR values are 1 and 0. They should be greater than 0, not 0. Therefore, 2 by 0 is not written here. 3 by 1 is written. Therefore, 3 by 1 is minimum value among these two values. Therefore, it is key row. The element corresponding key column and key row is 1. It is key element. Right. I move to the second table. Key element is 1 here already. There is no need of making key element 1 once again. So I note down all the elements 3 1 0 1 minus 1 1 minus 1 0 1 again here in this second table. These second row evaluations should be written as it is. Why? Because the corresponding element of key element is 0 here. Therefore, if we go for row evaluations, we get the same values. Therefore, I have written 2 0 minus 1 minus 1 0 0 1. Since all CJ see here, summation CBXB values are found, and afterwards CJ minus ZJ values are found. See, since all CJ minus ZJ values are less than or equal to 0, the optimum solution is obtained. Therefore, optimum solution of dual LPP is, see here, y1 value is 3, y2 is not present, so y2 is 0, y3 is 0, y4 is 0. That is what I have written here. y1 is 3, y2 0, y3 0, y4 0. Right. Max Z is equal to minus 12. It is the optimum solution of dual LPP. The same way, the optimum solution of primal LPP is as follows. That is, for finding the primal LPP optimum solution, we have to search for the corresponding values of Cj minus Zj under S1 comma S2 values. Cj minus Zj under S1 comma S2 columns. See here the table. S1 value corresponding to Cj minus Zj is minus 4. S2 value corresponding to Cj minus Zj is 0. Therefore, the value of x1 is minus 4 and the value of x2 is 0. I repeat once again. Here we have obtained two solutions. One solution for dual LPP. The dual LPP is containing the variable y1, y2, y3, y4. Therefore, y1 value is 3, y2 value, y3, y4 values are zeros, and the other solution is primal LPP solution. The primal LPP solution is taken as the values corresponding to S1, S2, S3 values corresponding to Cj minus Zj values. Therefore, the value minus 4 is corresponding to S1 and Cj minus Zj. Therefore, the value of x1 is minus 4 and x2 value is 0, which is corresponding to S2 and Cj minus Zj. Therefore, see carefully, the value of x1 is minus 4, the value of x2 is 0. Therefore, these x1, x2 values should be substituted in max ZP, that is in primal LPP objective function. Therefore, 3 into minus 4 minus 2 into 0, 3 into minus 4 is minus 12. Therefore, max ZP is minus 12. Right. So, with this problem, I give a conclusion that your unit is completed. It is the last model problem. So, if you see carefully, it is the other problem which explains how to find out a optimum solution for primal LPP under the dual LPP. The solution is very clear and you can easily understand this. Right? Thank you.